Fort Worth police say a little girl has died after getting mauled by a dog. That attack happened in the backyard of a home. Fox 4's Macy Jenkins is at the Fort Worth Police Department with this breaking news. Macy.
Hi, Clarice. Well, Fort Worth police say the little girl passed away earlier this evening after being attacked in the backyard by the family dog. What we know is that Fort Worth police got the call earlier tonight around 5 o'clock from a home on Oak Grove Road in southeast Fort Worth. Police say the girl, who is under 5 years old, was in the backyard when she was attacked by the family dog. She was transported to Cook Children's Medical Center in critical condition, where police say she then died from her injuries. Earlier tonight, we saw Fort Worth Animal Care and Control officers going in and out of this home. There were two dogs. Both were walked outside and put into the animal control unit. However, one of the dogs was led back into the home and not taken away by animal control. Robert Campbell lives across the street and watched as the dog was taken away. What went through your mind when you found that out? That happened on your street.
It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. I came home and I saw all these cops and all that, so I don't know anything. I saw the dog maybe one time.
And police have confirmed that only one of the dogs was responsible for the attack, and that dog is now in the custody of Fort Worth Animal Control. Investigators with the Crimes Against Children unit have been notified and will investigate further into the incident. Now, police...
Hey, what's going on, guys? So today's topic, we're going to talk about aggressive dogs towards children. And before we get into that topic, we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at two clips, and then we're going to jump back in. I'll give my opinion about the topic, and then we could press forward from there. So first, we're going to talk about this. This is a serious matter, so there's nothing funny that I'm going to say about it, but in all seriousness. So you guys stay tuned and watch these two clips.
Boy attacked by a pit bull is home safe tonight thanks to his neighbor who jumped into action to save his life.
This is a story you'll see only on 2 tonight, and we do want to warn you that the video you're about to see might be sensitive to some. The victim's parents spoke to Channel 2's Bill Barajas about their son's injuries and the man they are calling a hero.
Mason Lindeman's parents say they haven't seen their son's hero since Sunday night when the attack happened. When they do, they want to thank him and give him a big hug. The attack can be seen from several different angles. The dog going straight for 6-year-old Mason Lindeman, who was playing in the driveway.
My son, he was just laying on the ground. I mean, he's 6. Like, he kind of knows what to do, but he's never been put in a situation like that.
Jillian Lindeman, Mason's mom, says she could hear the screams. Grant Brown, their 19-year-old neighbor, happened to be outside.
As soon as I noticed, I just ran over there without thinking, and I didn't know how, but I knew I had to get the dog off of the boy.
In the video, he can be seen running directly towards the dog. The pit bull eventually focuses in on Brown, giving Mason a chance to run inside.
All I see is my son running up to me, and he's got, you know, his hand on his head, and there's blood coming down and everything.
Mason was bitten on the back of his head, the cut requiring several staples. He also has several bruises on his face. Brown was injured as well. In the video, he can be seen running back to his house, the dog throwing him to the ground.
I looked back and my shoes came off. I tripped and fell. The dog was on top of me before I knew it. And I knew that I had to keep his mouth away from me.
Brown has a cut to his hand, but will be okay. Lindeman says her son was lucky, fortunate that Brown stepped up and acted like a true hero.
I just want to give the guy a hug, you know, like there's nothing I could do but just say thank you.
As for the dog, he has been surrendered to the Montgomery County Animal Control. His owner has also been cited. In Conroe, Bill Barajas, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
All right, so you saw the two clips. The news doesn't lie. You can call it fake news if you want, but these incidents happen. And I'm going to talk about why I think this is happening. From my point of view, I think that the mindset people have about dogs is wrong. And we're going to elaborate on that. So, dogs think in the theory of certain ways. Now, most of your dogs, particularly, you can dispute this, but it's true. Any dog can bite any child, but a lot of dogs that are human aggressive are band dogs and game dogs. So you typically see 90% of incidents that when this happens, it happens with band dogs and game dogs. So you can go run and get upset about it, but it's true, because band dogs were trained to hunt a lot of things and go after a lot of different things, including humans. Same thing with game dogs. So this trickle down in the bloodline. Nobody really keeps pedigrees on game dogs or band dogs. They just breed these dogs, mix them up, and sell puppies. So you don't even know what you're getting. It's a surprise. But, you know, my opinion about dogs that are aggressive towards children, they should not be around children, period. There's all these trainers out here that are going to tell you they're going to fix this dog's genetics and they're going to be great around kids. It's not true. Kids are going to get hurt. They're going to get injured. It's not true. These dogs should not be around children. It doesn't matter if they're provoked or unprovoked. These dogs will kill and maim children, period. So when people often go to shelters and they grab random dogs that they know nothing about and they bring these dogs around their kids, bad things happen. Also, to contribute, backyard dog training. When you got your friends over there, they're agitating your dogs, and you're bringing out a darker side of your dog, and then you leave your kids around them, bad things are going to happen. Also, not understanding body language of dogs. If your dog is annoyed with smaller children, don't keep putting them a bunch of small kids around them to get bit, thinking they're going to get used to be around these small kids and then they're going to be fine. That's not going to happen. If they don't like small kids, they're not going to like small kids, period. So all these make-believe theories and training and online is not true. So, you know, children should never be unsupervised with dogs, period. And I mean big dogs, aggressive dogs. They shouldn't be in the backyard running around playing with these dogs where nobody's out there, right? People who own these type of dogs should have the security to secure these dogs in their backyard or in their home. These dogs shouldn't be free running around the neighborhood attacking the kids all in the neighborhood. So I don't think there's excuses for dogs that attack children. I don't think there's excuses for people who own these dogs that say that they're great with kids. Some of these dogs are not, you know. You could have a litter of 5 dogs, and one in that group could have the genetics to not like small children. Not saying the litter was bad, just saying you took an L in the litter. So, and I know a lot of pit bull people are going to post, oh no, right? But I truly believe that you should not try to make dogs who don't like small children be around them. You're going to set yourself up for a bad situation. This goes back to mindset. If your mindset is such that you treat your dog as a human and your dog enjoys human privileges, then you're going to see a lot of incidents. Dogs have a different way of life, and they have to operate in that boundary. The minute you give them more privilege than they've earned or have them doing things they shouldn't be doing, you're going to have bad incidents. And a lot of people, I know people who mindset is warped when it comes to dogs, because you see dogs running around and, you know, you see this big Doberman running around in a sweater and his nails are painted and he's on a harness and, you know, he's dragging the owners down the street and they're just saying no to him and he keeps doing it. There's no control in that relationship, and that thing is setting up to be a bad incident. And normally, often when people go to dog trainers, not all people, but a lot of people, I'm going to say, is when something bad has happened, is when they decide they want to get a trainer. If you're at that point where something bad has happened and you've had the dog for 2 or 3 years, what makes you think in your mind a dog trainer is going to fix your situation in 2 or 3 weeks? I mean, that's crazy. So, you know, the best time to get your dog to a trainer is when they're young, before that mind starts to shape, so that you can get ahead of anything that's going to happen down the road. Because once the dog hits 1 or 2, they start to settle. They start to believe certain things, and nobody's going to change their mind about that. So, you know, so again, I think it's horrific, dogs attacking children. I don't care what the kid is doing. I don't care if it's provoked. But, you know, when people come to me and ask me about that, I'm like, you need to throw the whole thing away and start over. Just being honest with you. I'm not going to make any guarantees to you. This dog is not going to ever go after your kids if that's what you're wanting to hear, right? I'm not doing that. You know, some trainers may do that because they're greedy and they're prideful, but I'm going to be honest with you. This dog has already went after kids, then you are bit one of your kids, then the game is over. He's going to go after him again, no matter how much training I put down on him. And yet he may listen to me because I'm an adult and I'm taller and my voice is deeper, but he's never going to respect your kids. And you're putting your kids in a bad situation. And this is where child welfare agencies should be called in, because if you can't side with your children over a dog, then you have an issue. Dogs are great. We call them family, but they are disposable. If they are not safe for the family, you need to get rid of that dog. You do not need to stick it out and do all these other crazy things. If that dog is not right for your children and the safety of your family, you need to get your priorities in order, right? It's great to have a dog, but you need to have one that fits the whole family, not just you and your mindset. And no matter how people shame you, at least your kids will be alive. So, again, dogs attacking children is bad. Humans not recognizing the sign is awful. Humans preparing dogs to do things like this, backyard protecting dog training, and the dogs are just not getting socialized and they're out here just killing people is awful. So this hits home with a lot of people, because a lot of people love dogs and they don't believe in euthanasia and all that stuff. But some dogs should not be here. Some dogs should have never been bred. This is the God honest truth. And the longer we keep them here, the longer we're waiting on the incident that's going to cost someone their life. And if you own a dog like this and they kill someone, you're going to get charged with manslaughter. I know that hurts, right? Hearing that your dog ran out, attacked someone, and now you're charged with manslaughter. So, you know, there's a lot of things to think about. But at the end of the day, the safety of the people in your household is most important. The safety of the children in your neighborhood is most important. And you can't fix everything. Some things can't be fixed. Some things are genetics. You can't change genetics. So stop assuming that someone can come in and teach your dog how to drive a Mercedes. You know, if your dog doesn't like cats, they don't like cats, right? Your dog, we may be able to train your dog to be managed around a cat, but as soon as they get an opportunity, they're going to kill one. That's the truth. Change your mindset, right? We start believing that just because we see one dog on TV doing something and someone trained to do it, that dog was genetically able to learn that task. Some dogs, they are stuck in their ways. A lot of people use the word stubborn. They love using the word stubborn, right? So think about that with your dog. If your dog is stubborn enough not to want to lay down for you or sit, they'll be stubborn enough not to want to not go and bite a child if you have an aggressive dog towards children, right? They may be great for 10 years, and 11th year, that's it. They hit that kid. So that's my opinion. Again, I think this is an awful story. I think people need to wake up and change their mindset about what they believe about dogs and the things that they have stuck in them, and then they can move forward. When you start dealing with different breeds, and you're going to start dealing with different personality types. If you're treating your Rottweiler the same way you treat your Yorkie, you're wrong, right? There are different breeds, and they have different genetics, and they have different point of view of things. They see things differently. So you have to get that out of your head, that you can treat a Doberman like you would treat a Shih Tzu. They're just different dogs. And you need to study your dog, research your dog, Google your dog, find out what is the traits of your dogs and what their prompts and what they like and what they don't like. And are they good with children? And, you know, are they aggressive towards other animals? You do all this research. And then sometimes you get an L. Sometimes you buy a dog and it doesn't turn out to be what you wanted. Instead of going online, trash talking the breeder or the person who sold you the dog, take your L, find it to fit someone else, find someone else that the dog will fit, and get another one and try over again. I always say buy right or buy twice. So a lot of people think that someone can tell them all these great things, because what a dog would do with me, they may not do with you. So just because the dog is in my house and the dog is tolerating my kids, doesn't mean this dog is going to tolerate your kids. So these are things that are important to find out. All right. So I'm Madison Bell. You guys be good. Change your mindset about what you believe about dogs. Do a lot more research, and then you're going to get better off to where you are. All right. So you guys be good. I'm out.